All right. How are you all doing? Yeah, I turned off noise removal. Hopefully it doesn't sound too bad. And video, man, like one of the most valuable companies, tech companies in the world or whatever, they updated their software for NVIDIA broadcast. I used to just have a slider for noise removal so I could just put on a tiny bit. Now they just made it on or off. And they're like, oh, let the AI do the work. Hey, hey, MAA, how you doing? But yeah, they're like, let the AI decide how much noise removal you need, and it's always overtuned. It's way too much. So now it sounds terrible. You might go shuffle outside in a bit. It is dark outside. I would say just wait for the morning. Alright, so we're gonna play Genshin today. I'm just gonna go. So the plan is to... Yeah, it's terrible except for when it benefits you. Yeah, here's the funny thing. I logged into the game and I'm like, okay, what can I do on the stream this week? The only thing here was Mizuki's story quest, the new character. But I think just now, when I logged in, this event started too. And had I known that, I probably would have just made that the stream. Okay, I can make it this part of the stream, depending on how long the story quest takes. Let me just check, make sure everything's good. Audio capture seems to be okay. Yeah, everything seems to be fine. Also, another thing was, I think I had the microphone way too close to my face on the last stream. So every time I was doing voices, it was like blowing out the microphone. Oh yeah, gotta change the language. Let's hope that characters are voiced this time. I'm just gonna grab this. Yeah, we're just gonna get right into it, starting this story quest. Okay, for a split second I thought Paimon wasn't voiced.
Good times.
That would have been a nightmare. You know it'll be a pain to shovel everything tomorrow. I'd rather do it all at once, to be honest. Is that a tanuki or a piglet? I think it's...
Paimon doesn't think they look anything like that. Oh, maybe there's a new kind of yokai.
Oh, Paimon, you would have said that no matter what I picked.
Is it trying to get us to follow it?
Also, I was so cooked last stream. I was so tired. I realized when I was watching it back, there were multiple times when I was trying to mute myself, and I pressed the wrong button, and I just turned my face cam on, but I was unmuted. When I was just trying to, like, figure out a voice for a character. And it just looks so silly. It says follow the yokai, but it doesn't look like he knows where he's going.
What's that girl doing over there? She doesn't look well. Let's go check on her.
She's just sitting in the rain.
What just happened? All we did was lock eyes with her for a split second, then... Wait, where did all these people come from? And what are they here for?
Looks like they're waiting in line for some reason.
True. Oh, and there's that girl. She's still here. Maybe she knows what happened.
If I leave now, will I have enough time?
How many times do I have to explain?
There's no going back if I report him, but still.
Anxiety over a lack of creative
That's not the voice I expected for this character.
Well, inspiration tends to give anxious minds a wide berth. So I hope our treatment will help you relax.
Thank you.
I guarantee her Japanese voice is like super high-pitched.
Remorse for the misdeeds
Maybe I'll do
of
the test
past
run in Japanese,
and despair
just to
over
see.
the sorry state of the present. I can help you face your troubles with a more positive mindset. But you'll need to work through things in your own time too.
Many thanks.
That'll be $18.
Next, please.
What's wrong with her?
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Next, please. Delicious!
Whoa, that was unexpected.
Huh? What do we have here? Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Sorry for what? We have no idea what's going on here, let
That voice
alone what
actor
you're
really
sorry
had to
for.
force that out.
Would you mind bringing us up to speed?
Oh, it looks like you've entered my dream by mistake. Let me wake you up, then I'll explain everything.
Dream? When did that... Whoa!
Hi. Feeling more awake now? I never expected the Traveler to literally come to me in a dream.
How do you know who I am?
Oh, someone I know talks about you all the time. Plus, I'm pretty good at profiling people based on their reputation.
So, who are you?
Right, of course. It's our
Who
first
are
time meeting
you?
each other, so I should introduce
What are you
myself
doing in my
properly.
Natlan patch?
My name is Yume Mizuki, or just Mizuki for short. I'm a Yumeku Ibaku, which is a kind of yokai here in Inazuma.
Yume Kuibaku? Hey, it's that little critter from before!
That's what we look like in our original form. I'm guessing that's the one that led you into my dream earlier? Baku feast on the bad dreams of human beings, but we need to be in a dream of our own to digest them. The place where you met me earlier
They
was
just
where I
look
go
like
to
tapirs.
digest bad dreams. I must have swallowed one too many bad dreams, because they were causing me some digestive trouble. It's actually a good thing you showed up when you did. Call it a happy accident,
I still can't get
guess.
over the name
Thanks
Yume
to your help,
Mizuki
I'm now
Mizuki.
able to digest all these dreams properly.
Yeah, we thought you looked a little uncomfortable. That's why we came over. We didn't know what it was. We just thought maybe you could use some help. And Paimon really hates bad dreams, so Paimon's even more happy to help knowing that you can eat them.
Thank you, but I still owe you an apology.
If we have time, I'll see if I can at least do part of the event. I mean, if this is like the first day it came out, then they probably just have like one level of each minigame. If not, maybe I'll just do that next stream. For what?
While you were inside my dream, I ate one of your dreams. But it wasn't a bad one. It was a nice one.
Hey, give that back.
I've eaten so many bad dreams today that I just scarfed it down without noticing.
I'm gonna have a terrible nightmare tonight now.
So Yume Kuibaku can eat good dreams too, huh? Still, is that really such a big deal?
Of course it is. Dreams are some of the most precious things a person can have, and I just went and gobbled it down. It's the unwritten rule of my kind. Never eat someone else's good dreams without permission.
Where's my phone?
I can't believe I was so careless.
Where's my phone? My friend shared a dream recently. Since we're on the topic, this was from Vince. Where is it? He was in a group out in the snow. A gorilla showed up and started chasing him. One guy got the shit beat out of him. And he was watching the entire time. He ran away, picked up another person. We were running up a hill. And his whole POV was locked onto the monkey. And the gorilla picked him as the third victim. His idea was to swan away the command grab and punch or pinch him. And that's when he realized he was gonna die, and then he woke up. That's how he described it in that message. He wrote that message at 4 AM as soon as he woke up. Dreams are one of the most precious things a person can have. I feel fine.
Don't you feel horribly depressed? Isn't your mind suddenly flooded with distressing memories?
What else is new?
Huh. Remarkable. I've never heard of someone remaining so mentally stable after having a good dream of theirs devoured.
It's probably because the traveler has too many good dreams to count.
Maybe. But I still owe you something for your trouble. Ah, here, take this.
It's a VIP pass for the Isa bathhouse.
Wow.
Staffed by clinical psychologists and offering spa and fine dining services, we invite you to bring us your troubles and leave refreshed and renewed.
That's where I work. You'll find the address on there too. This invitation letter entitles you to enjoy our highest tier service.
Oh, you could
free of
probably hear me
charge.
drinking.
Oh, and speaking of work, I'd better get back before I'm missed.
Blame NVIDIA.
I hope to see you as customers soon.
So she's a Yume Baku that eats bad dreams and a clinical psychologist too?
Yeah, it's kinda neato.
Paimon's never considered therapy before. Then again, Paimon never really gets that stressed out. Oh, except when she's trying to decide what to eat. Speaking of eating, that bathhouse place does fine dining, and we have a VIP pass. That means we can eat as much as we want, right? This is the opportunity of a lifetime. We can't let it go to waste.
Oh, right. No, it's actually not that much snow outside. Toronto has been getting hit with some crazy snow. I think it's been blowing up from the US. So we just had like a huge snowstorm, and then today they were like, oh yeah, there's gonna be more snow. It's like, I'm just looking around at like the giant mountains of snow I already shoveled, and it's like, ugh. Alright, I wanted to do the test run. Yume Mizuki. One thing I really appreciate... Oh my... the commissions are already done. One thing I really appreciate about Japanese is that it's very easy to figure out how things are pronounced. Because I feel like a lot of the time there is only like one way to pronounce something. Right, test run. Sorry, I'm just adjusting the camera. Mizuki's elemental skill will cause her to enter the floating dream drifter state. She just does a lot of swirl and some healing. Yeah, high-pitched voice. Told you. That's kind of more the voice I would expect her to have. I think in the newer version, or an upcoming patch, I think they're giving away a Roran for free. Which is kind of a good thing, because so far the only Night Soul character that you get for free is, what's her face? Kachina. It's kind of fun. Well, I guess I just put something out. Let's go with that. And then just float around and passively do stuff. That's pretty fun. I mean, maybe fun isn't the right word. Kind of satisfying, I guess. Also, what else is new in the world of leaks? I think apparently Skirk is coming out soon. I have no idea how to use this character. I have no idea what this character does. I don't know if that just does damage or if it does anything else. I like how I'm asking all this when it gave like a full list of what all her abilities do at the beginning of the stage, and I just skip past it. But yeah, Skirk is coming out soon. That was Child's master. And the whale was her pet, if you remember. So that's a cool character that I can look forward to, I suppose. I'll just gather my commission stuff. Either that or I might just, actually, no, I think Cloud Retainer is coming out soon. Shanyun. I think she's getting a rerun soon. I would rather wait to see what Skirk does before I pull for anyone else. But she should be soon. But because I think next version there's 2 new artifact sets that come out, and one of them is definitely Skirk's just by looking at it. Sometimes an artifact set for a character just looks like that character. You know what I'm saying? Wait, so they just like added a building? Whoopsie, I forgot to change the language. Hopefully not, it's not like a super long scene. Aikawa jump scare.
おっと失礼しました。ここのところ客足が遠のいておりまして、先ほどお二人がうちの店のことを話しているのを見て、店長として少々
struggling to attract customers recently.
申し訳ありません。
おい、ここの店長だったのか。なんだか商売がうまくいってないみたいだな。
いえいえ、ちょっとした愚痴をこぼしてしまっただけですので。
Oh, he'll be thrilled to find out that I'm not paying, because I got a VIP pass.
無料の招待券があるんだけど。
今の経営状況はそういう方法を少し取ったくらいで解決できるものじゃないと前も言ったはずなのに一体誰がって夢水木さんの署名申し訳ございません。まさか夢水木さんのお客様だったとはつゆ知らず。こちらの招待券はすぐお使いいただけます。
I'll change the language in a second.
お名前を確認させていただくだけで問題。
その言い方。
Sounds like she has a lot of clout.
あいつの上司なんだよな。
ええ、確かに店長は私ですが。
Yume Mizuki is a major shareholder. Ah, you gotta do it for the shareholders.
人の融資のおかげでこの店を開くことができたのです。
そうだったのか。
そう驚かないでください。夢水木さんはとても責任感のお強い方なんですよ。あの方はつい最近稲妻に帰ってきたばかりなんです。でなければ仕事熱心な
She's a highly renowned clinical psychologist.
聞いていたことでしょう。ささ。 どうぞお店の方へ。
Alright, let me change that before I forget.
An indoor hot spring? Oh, Paimon's gotta give that a try.
It's kind of jarring just to have them switch languages.
Hello? I'll be right with you.
Oh, you okay?
Sorry, I'm so clumsy sometimes. But don't worry about me.
For some reason, the first thing I thought of was that Pepe meme. With the Pepe on the ground with like his spilled lunch. And everyone's looking down on him.
Please don't leave.
How many times do I have to tell you? You breaking a few plates isn't the reason we've been
That is
losing business.
not the voice I expected
Stop
for this character.
apologizing for yourself all the time. All it does is make you look like an easy target.
It's all good. We're not out to target anyone. You didn't hurt yourself, did you?
No, don't worry. As long as it didn't ruin your experience, that's all that matters. Now, well, looks like you'll be my first customers today, so, according to our standards of service, I need to,
Why is she so panicky?
We're the first customers this place has ever gotten.
Actually, we're...
Xion, let me see to these two. They're my guests.
Ah, there she is! Baku Lady is back.
So Mizuki invited you here? As VIPs? Does this mean you're gonna save the bathhouse?
Let's see if I can spare some of my 30
She means
million
you
Mora.
must be very wealthy. Not everyone can afford our VIP service after all. But a couple of customers with cash to splash doesn't solve anything in the long run. You should focus on what to do about our new competitor.
Aw, Murasaki. Was that you showing some concern for our business? I'm touched.
Ugh, did not.
Since you're so eager to find solutions, you
This
can
voice
work
doesn't
on our
all
most
match,
pressing task.
in my
Bring our
opinion.
accounts up to date. With your smarts, I'm sure you'll fly through it.
Subtext being, you can't give it to Xion because she's a moron and she'd screw it up?
Xion, I'll take things from here. What I'd like you to do is head to the kitchen and prepare some of your very best snacks for our VIPs.
Will do! That's my specialty!
Sorry to keep you waiting. I have to keep our staff calm to ensure you have the best experience. The panicky little girl is Hyakujitsu Haku Xion, and the lazy lady is Shiba Murasaki. They're both Baku, just like me.
Why'd you describe her as a little girl and the other one as a lady?
Wait, so the older looking one is actually younger? And the younger looking one is
Thank you,
older?
Paimon. Thank you for
That's
saying
right.
what I just
How
said.
we choose to appear is just a matter of personal preference. It's more reflective of our personality than our age.
Well, I never would have guessed.
Anyway, enough about them. Back to you two. Per the terms of the VIP pass,
I need
you're
a
entitled
swimming
to
pool
free
here.
use of all
I thought
our
this was a
services.
bathhouse.
So the
Or is that
spa,
like a hot
the
spring?
fine dining, and psychological consultancy. I would recommend starting with the psychological consultancy. Between me and you, one of the steps involves getting your bad dreams eaten. Since I ate one of the traveler's good dreams by accident, this seemed like the best way to make amends.
Ooh, we get to have our bad dreams eaten by a Yumekui Baku? That sounds fun!
But is this a wise decision given the current state of the business? I'm always business-minded as the traveler.
Oh, that's a good point. You've been having some difficulties recently, right? It wouldn't feel right to get all this free service while you're struggling. Is there anything we can do to help out?
Don't ask Paimon, we'll get roped into something
I
that's
take
gonna
it
take
you
the next
overheard
5
Mr.
hours.
Aikawa complaining about our current situation.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to cause you concern. Mr. Aikawa is a smart businessman, but he tends to worry too much about short-term profits and lose sight of the big picture. Our financial situation is nowhere near as dire as you're imagining. And in any case, passing our business woes on to our customers is hardly the solution. Please enjoy the services we have to offer. Once you've experienced our hospitality for yourselves, I'm quite sure your confidence in our future prospects will be restored.
Can't argue with that. Let's get started.
Of course. The only thing is, psychological consultancy is a one-on-one service that takes quite a long time. But I can't just make one of you wait around while the other one is in therapy. So, perhaps I can treat the traveler while Xion treats Paimon? Would that work?
Fine by
Sorry, I just had a visual of Paimon in therapy.
Is she up for it?
She'll be fine. I noticed how gentle and encouraging you were towards her earlier. You're the perfect client for her.
Oh,
Secondly, Xion's therapeutic approach is a little different from mine. It often involves food, so she might be a better fit for you.
food therapy? Oh, that sounds perfect.
All right then, please follow me.
Was all that so you could be paired with me?
Don't get me wrong. Paimon is genuinely better suited to Xion. But in all honesty, yes, I had my own reasons for wanting to treat you myself. Your psychology is so unique. I just had to investigate further to satisfy my own curiosity. Please, come with me.
So I know I always hype on the the 3D model differences, but I'm just like, imagine if somebody started the game today and on the standard banner their first character was like Diluc. And it's just like, look at his face and all that. And then like the next 5-star character they get on the standard banner is just this girl. Who looks like she's just come from a completely different game. Hey Mimi, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'm just doing the Mizuki story quest. No Siegewin? No, I don't have Siegewin. I just did the test run, and even though I did the test run, I still have no idea what she does.
Before we begin, please take a seat on this chair.
How you doing? Have you pulled for any of the new characters? Let me explain her kit. I'm assuming she's a healer.
There's a theory which suggests that we bury our most powerful emotions deep within our
Lolly and
dreams.
Siegewin.
That's the territory I would like to explore.
So what's crazy is that... Okay, I'll explain in a second.
Before I start, I'm going to ask you a few questions. I want you to nod your head for yes and shake your head for no. All right?
Yes.
Very good. Now, I'm going to plant a few thoughts in your subconscious, but it's nothing to get nervous about. Just a way to improve your sleep quality, so the treatment will be more effective.
She makes you get revenge on the Hydro-Abyss mages for trapping you in a bubble.
Said to be the scent of
Yeah, she does have the
dreams.
bubble ability, I noticed.
Now, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and concentrate on the scent.
Wait, did she just say
The
incense
next
from
step
Sumeru?
requires some visual preparation.
Not again.
So don't open your eyes until I say so.
I know what happened the last time.
Oh, where did it go?
What is Mizuki looking for? Surely it can't
I need
hurt to
have
take a quick
stern
peek.
talk with Murasaki. How hard is it to just put things back where they came from?
What if I just wait? Because I think she told me not to open my eyes.
This needs another dab here.
I'm not looking.
Huh, that's better.
I'm not looking. Okay, I think I have to look.
I said no peeping. I'm still not ready yet. Hey, don't run off now, darlings. Come here.
Darlings? Now I'm curious. Maybe just a
Goodness
sneaky little
sake,
peek.
Your butt's showing. All right. Shh. Let me do that for you.
She's gonna tape my eyes shut.
I can see that you don't like being kept waiting. Go on, open your eyes. Everything's ready. take a good look at this painting. There are some very special little darlings hidden within it, and I'd like you to find them.
Is this what they make you do in therapy? Oh, I see one here. Or here. Okay, so A. I'm pressing A, it doesn't... X, Y... What am I supposed to press?
Careful. When you look a psychologist directly in the eyes, they can see every little thing you're thinking.
Yeah.
Do you see her? Isn't she just adorable?
This one? Okay. Well, there's one here. Okay, I pressed every button. Oh, this. Okay, I thought I was looking for the animals.
Now you just need to find the others.
Well, there's this one. This one really isn't good at hiding.
She's a Baku as well. Whenever someone starts dozing off, she's there waiting for their dream to begin. Your journey into Dreamland began as you were looking for them.
It's funny
Feeling
that the
sleepy?
thing on her chest looks like a electrovision.
Now I want you to take my hand.
Hold A to take hand. You have to hold it for a while, huh?
Very good. Now close your eyes again for me. I want you to completely relax and focus your attention on the feeling of my palm touching yours. Notice how all other sensations in your body are slowly fading away. Now, imagine you're not holding my hand, but your favorite things in all of the world. You run your hand through the sakura blossoms, gently falling through the air.
Is this just ASMR?
Then through a squirrel's fur. Then you grab a fistful of sand on the beach. You are once again in the wilderness, running with the wind at your back. But slowly, your palm loses sensation. You lose your way and find yourself surrounded by darkness. You can't see anything, but you hear someone calling you. And now, a light is shining from the same direction as their voice.
Well, that took a turn. What is this place?
Traveler, come over here.
She trapped me in the nightmare dimension. I knew you couldn't trust a therapist.
Longing caused by separation. It tastes so bitter. Please don't stop moving. Despair caused by failure. Icy cold on the lips. Please, keep going. Regret caused by missed opportunity. A sharp aftertaste. Please don't look back.
I'm sorry, I just saw a treasure chest there, and now I'm completely distracted.
Go to where the squirrels play. Go to where you can hear the sound of the waves. That is where I am.
Okay, now
Holding my
I'm
hand tight,
frustrated.
those lost sensations come back to you.
I can't go back to get that treasure chest now. I have no idea where that was.
The feeling of running your hand through falling sakura blossoms, or through a squirrel's fur, or of grabbing a fistful of sand on the beach. And as you return from the wilderness, you gradually recover your other senses as well. We've reached the end of today's session. Don't get up yet, though. You were just in a very deep sleep, so you're probably still feeling a little groggy. I've switched to a different incense that'll help get rid of your drowsiness.
Oh my goodness. Nobody yawns like that, Paimon.
How are you feeling after your session, Paimon?
Kinda fresher and more relaxed. It feels cozy somehow.
Good. That's exactly how you should feel after having a nightmare eaten. It sounds like the session was quite effective.
Oh, for sure. Paimon especially liked how she used the sense of taste to help guide the process. But Paimon was asleep for most of it, so she's not really sure how it all works. Did the Yumikui Baku just, like, sneak into your brain and gulp down your bad dreams in one go?
It's quite a bit more complicated than that. It deals with people's most visceral emotions, which have to be handled with the utmost care and attention.
That sounds super mysterious.
Sorry, that probably made no sense at all. Anyway, don't worry about the details. For your purposes, Paimon, just think of it as Shion gulped your dreams away. How are you feeling, Traveler?
Cozy.
Really? I still think there's more work to be done.
What do you mean?
I have some deep issues,
You have quite a
Paimon.
reputation for resilience
You're not ready to hear
and
about it.
positivity, so I expected to find very few negative emotions in you at all. But when I was deep in your subconscious earlier, the sheer weight of the emotions hidden there was overwhelming.
My deep-set issues give me character.
Well, even if you've buried those feelings deep enough to hide them from yourself, you can't hide them from a trained psychologist. But that's not what concerns me the most. Despite all your negative emotions, I couldn't find a single bad dream. So I just gave your mood a boost for now.
Huh. Well, maybe he's just an eternal optimist at heart.
Optimist or not, everyone has bad dreams. Maybe they're just hidden even deeper in your mind. You're a unique case, as I suspected.
But he said he feels cozy, just like Paimon. So whatever you did, the treatment worked.
True, but as a clinician, I would have hoped to reach a better understanding of my patient.
Sounds like you want to keep researching me?
Fine by me, as long as you can put up with a daily nap while holding my hand. Anyway, all jokes aside, it's time for you to try
Loving
out
the
the hot
pastel
springs.
colors here.
Your mind has had the chance
Yeah.
to de-stress. Now it's time to do the same for
They
your
went
body.
for a dream
Oh,
look,
that sounds good. Paimon's feeling relaxed
and it does look
already.
kind of otherworldly,
You
so...
know, this place provides a really great service. It's such a shame that you can't find more customers.
Don't start worrying about our bottom line again, or my work so far will count for nothing. Look, as long as we keep providing a great customer experience, we're sure to attract more business eventually.
If you say so.
I think the traveler's recovered from the therapy session now. Let's head to the hot springs.
Anyway, what I was going to say before that enormous cutscene, when Mimi brought up Seat Lolly and Siegewin, I was gonna say I was pulling for Seat Lolly because I have her weapon at R2. And I'm like, it'll probably work well with Maoika to have Seat Lolly on the same team. but I didn't end up getting her. I don't even think I made it to the 50-50. Because I used all the summons on Maoika and the weapon. So it would have been hard to hit 50-50
Miko,
in
what
one
brings
patch.
you here?
Ah, there you are.
Who made
I
that
heard
sound?
a rumor that you were about to be kidnapped. Naturally, I had to come and see it for myself.
She's joking, right? Ugh, Paimon can never quite tell with her.
Miko, it's been a while.
You two know each other?
She never mentioned? Interesting. We've known each other since before I became the Guji. I've told her all about you. But it sounds like she's forgotten all about me.
You'll have
I've
to
never
forgive
heard
me.
English
I just didn't
Miko
want to
before.
scare the traveler off. And hi, I'm Miko's friend seemed like a surefire way to do that.
In truth,
Oh, I've
It was sick
missed your
burn.
way with words.
So, Lady Guji, to what do we owe the honor?
Why, I simply came to see the business that my dear friend has invested in. Oh, and also to urge you to sell your shares before their value plummets to nothing. You could always invest in the publishing house, you know. Business is always booming. You only need to ask.
Sounds serious. But what's wrong? Are the shares really gonna plummet to nothing?
Well, hasn't she told you? Of course. She's your therapist. She has the perfect excuse to never open up. The Isa bathhouse used to be very popular, although not because of the hot springs, despite the name. Their main selling point has always been the psychotherapy services offered by the Baku. But recently, a competitor cropped up. His name is Emura Ichigensai.
you probably just
He
heard me
operates right here
gulp
on
that.
Narukami Island, and his
And I
methods are
gotta
said to
find
be
some way
quite
to do noise
revolutionary.
cancellation now.
Since he provides a similar service to the bathhouse and boasts
Now that
even
Nvidia has
better
forsaken
results,
me.
he was able to poach their entire clientele in just a matter of days. Oh, it's such a pity to see how empty this place is now.
Miko, my job is to relieve my clients of their burdens, not to share mine with them.
Oh, of course you'd say that. You're a professional. But no amount of professionalism is going to fix this situation, is it? I heard people have been lining up since the early morning for Emura Ichigensai's clinic today. He's seeing patients just west of Inazuma City. And, how many patients have you seen today?
Surely you know I'm not going to quit.
True. Very true.
So, that's it? You're just gonna leave?
Aren't you two friends? Aren't you gonna help?
Oh, I'd love to help, little one. But I don't want to upset my old friend.
Miko's acting all mysterious again.
Miko's gonna burn
I
down the
understand why she
competitor's
doesn't
house
wanna
again.
help. The two of us are technically competitors, after all.
Huh?
Light novels are one way for people to pursue happiness in their free time. So are hot springs, and so is therapy. Miko and I disagreed quite significantly over the question of how to make people happy.
Paimon is so confused by your friendship.
Yeah, Miko's idea of helping people is to write a light novel where the main character who hates life gets hit by a truck and transported to another world. Meanwhile, I do therapy.
Paimon's curious, though. After today, it's hard to believe that anyone could offer a better therapy service than the Yume Baku, which begs the question, who is this Emura Ichigensai guy anyway?
Something of a mystery. I tried to look into his background when he first started poaching my customers, but I couldn't find anything. I suspect he's avoiding me on purpose, since I'm a competitor. In all this time, I haven't even figured out basic things like where he sees his patients.
Well, we at least know where he is today, though, right? Miko happened to mention it in passing.
That's true. But I'm sure he'll find a way to avoid me again if I go looking for him.
Then why don't we go instead? We can pose as potential customers to get information out of him.
As I keep reminding you, this is my problem, not yours.
Unless the Isa bathhouse ends up having to close, in which case it becomes my problem too.
Exactly. You provide an amazing service here, and we want all our friends to experience it as well.
Huh. Well, now it just seems rude if I reject your help. In return, all I can offer is an even better service on your next visit.
Sure thing. Just leave this to us.
Can you actually go in here? Oh, you can. Digging the rock garden. Hey, Huffnut, how you doing? Doing good. Yeah, I was doing this character's story quest today. They just launched a new event today. But I wasn't prepared for that. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll get to this stream, or maybe next stream will be the event. I mean, it's probably best to do the story quest first. Was playing 100% OJ? What is OJ?
Try and stop me!
Or is 100% part of the name as well? How do you get customers all the way out here?
Rev the engines!
This should be the place. That guy looks official. Let's go ask him.
He looks like any other NPC.
Hi there. We're looking for Amura Ichigensai. Are we in the right?
Pay first, take a ticket, then wait your turn.
Like Mario Party, but anime. Interesting.
Okay.
I've never heard of it.
97. What number are you up to so far?
53. Be patient, I'll call your number when it's your turn.
Jeez, what a charmer. Looks like we're in for a long wait, huh?
The duality of man. Shall I knock him out so we can barge straight in? Maybe I can talk to the other people.
Sounds kind of therapeutic in its own way. But we don't really have a good excuse to resort to violence here. And we definitely don't want to scare off our target.
Why does it sound like Paimon has a cold?
Some of his other patients. It looks like there's a few of them standing over there.
Hey guys, you getting therapy too?
Sorry to interrupt.
Do I know you? Ah, so you're here for counseling too.
Yep. Fellow clients of Amura Ichigensai here. Although this will be our first time using his service, so...
Service? How crass. We're talking about spiritual guidance here, not some business transaction.
In fairness to them, they haven't experienced it yet.
This man has a different microphone.
Uninitiated is only to be expected.
Okay. Well, anyway, Isa Bathhouse calls it a service.
Ah, more defectors from the bathhouse, huh? Service might have a veneer of professionalism, but all it really means is inadequate treatment that costs a fortune.
Why do you say that?
I'll tell you why. After just a few sessions with Amura Ichigensai, you'll completely forget about all your troubles. From then on, it's happy thoughts only.
Why are you still here?
Today's supposed to be my last counseling session. He says that after we're done, nothing will ever trouble me again.
Meanwhile, Isa Bathhouse boasts about their strange and mysterious methods, but it's a total scam. They only treat the symptoms, not the root cause, meaning you have to go back time after time. Also, they can keep charging you, of course.
So like actual therapy.
Overpriced and ineffective. But counseling from Amura Ichigensai? I can't get enough. I know I'm done after today, but I'd take any excuse to keep coming back.
Me too. Probably see you tomorrow then?
Whatever the truth of the matter is, Paimon is starting to seriously dislike these guys.
Remember, we're here to gather information.
Fine. Yeah, so we're mostly here to see what all the fuss is about. You guys seem to be experts by now. Is there anything we need to do to prepare for our session?
No, you don't need to do anything. Just show up, take a seat, and he takes care of the rest. I remember he lit some incense. It smelled wonderful.
It's
and
weed.
Instantly relaxed me.
Case closed. Case cracked.
I already know of the troubles that bring you to me.
I don't know why I lose my temper so easily. I'm pretty messed up, right?
That is a tiny cup you have there.
Yes, in the sense that all negative emotions are defects.
That's
of
like
the
a
mind.
thimble. You're serving
But
drinks
I
in that?
can remove these defective feelings, leaving your mind healthy, whole, and free of distressing thoughts. Now, receive my guidance.
there's
I don't
there's
actually
the smoke.
remember the guidance, but anyway, it clearly worked. I guess whatever he said disappeared from my mind and took my problems along with it.
It sounds like he drugged you.
Oh, so rude. You're
We're
Oopsie.
only being cautious. What's wrong with that? You
Sorry. Canceling session will say change your mind. You said it yourselves. The whole reason everyone's coming here to this guy is because they're worried about getting scammed out of their Mora.
That's a fair point. You just need some reassurance, right? In that case, I can let you in on a little secret.
go on.
Well, someone in my family actually knew Imura Ichigensai before he made a name for himself. Apparently, he had a terrible temper. Pretty much everyone in the neighborhood had issues with him. But he must have had some sort of epiphany, because he did a complete 180. Went from having the most rotten temper you can imagine to one of the most cheerful people around. Even more amazingly, all the people who used to despise him ended up becoming his best friends. His neighborhood's more peaceful and pleasant than it's ever been. So you can rest assured that whatever treatment you get from Imura Ichigensai,
Wow, the microphone picks
he
up
tried
everything.
and tested it on himself first.
Huh? What a ridiculous story.
Doubt it all you want. I heard it straight from my relative who knows him personally.
I heard it straight from this guy who heard it from this other guy who heard it from this
What
other
should we
guy
do
who
now?
heard it from this
We
other
may
guy's
have burned our
cousin.
bridges with these two.
Now to meet the man himself.
There's still a lot of people ahead of us, though. Why don't you take a rest while Paimon keeps watch? Just like how we do it on the road.
You detect a faint fragrance. Where am I?
Let go of your pain. Let go of your pain.
An eye? Did you see that roll? It's so funny how they put the most effort.
Traveler, it's almost time.
It's like, oh yeah, this character runs like a bathhouse and like it does therapy and stuff. And then like they have like a super like cinematic high effort story quest.
That was a long wait. Paimon's gonna need a nap after this, too.
Meanwhile, Xianyun, the cloud retainer of Liyue, had like one of the most boring story quests in the game. I don't know, it's weird. Like the more interesting the character, the less interesting the story quest.
Oh, hello! We're number 97. It should be our turn now, right?
Yeah, sorry, the clinic's closed for the day.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Why?
Because Emura Ichigensai doesn't have limitless energy, that's why. He's gone home to rest. You'll have to try again tomorrow.
We've been waiting so long!
How does a human
Not as
being
long
make
as
that
some
noise?
people. Try getting here earlier next time.
What's his address?
Save yourself the trouble. Spiritual masters like Emura Ichigensai cultivate their
dox him.
powers with peace and solitude. Someone like you ain't gonna find them.
Drat. We should have barged in after all.
Let's report back to Mizuki for now.
Yeah, nothing else we can do for today.
Should I just fast travel? Probably. That's gonna teleport me like 5 meters.
So he gives spiritual guidance, and it takes all your troubles away and leaves only happy thoughts?
Yep. At least that's what his clients say.
How is that possible? Not even Mizuki could do that, and she's an incredible psychologist.
Is that right? Paimon was gonna say, it all sounds too good to be true.
It certainly is. Humans are, how to put this, they're a moody race. Always upset about something. Show me a human without a care in the world, and I'll show you what messed up.
Can't get
really
over this
looks
place.
You think? Because honestly, this sounded pretty convincing. And they said they only left the Isa bathhouse because they found it didn't deal with the root cause of their issues.
But the idea he is spreading is categorically wrong.
That settles it then. Emura Ichigensai is a quack, making false claims to steal all our customers.
Is that why he's doing this? To steal our customers? Or is there more to it? It's unfortunate that you didn't get to meet him in person. I need some idea of the kind of person he is. Otherwise, I have no hope of figuring out his motivations and goals.
The microphone is like picking up me just fiddling with the controller.
If it's any help, we did hear a bit about his backstory from someone else. Apparently, he used to have a really rotten temper. But then one day he suddenly reached enlightenment and became a spiritual master or something.
Emura Ichigensai. Rotten temper. Now wait just a minute. Filing patient records is normally the most tedious job in the world. But once in a while, something mildly amusing grabs my attention. Take a look at this.
Amora Chuya?
It's him. I remember him.
Wait, that guy? Oh
And then the entire staff remembers a customer.
Where to start? Imagine a big ball of negative emotion took on human form and started walking around. That's pretty much Emura Chuya. His patient record mentions that he loved nothing more than a heated argument. No matter how trivial it was, he could never agree to disagree. He always had to be right. The happiest part of his day would be winning an argument and proving the other person wrong.
And then he found a game. It was called Marvel Rivals, and he really enjoys the rank system there.
If he lost, he'd sulk, and if anyone called him out, he'd throw a huge tantrum. Before long, he turned everyone against him.
Sounds like he had issues.
Oh yeah, serious issues. Anyway, since no one would talk to him in real life anymore, he turned to the reader's letters column of a magazine by the Yae publishing house, where he would attack writers and trade insults with other contributors.
Oh, he really is Marvel.
This ruined the column for everyone, and the editors soon started rejecting his letters. Next thing you know, he's written a complaint letter to the Tenryou Commission, demanding that Inazuma pass a law to make it illegal for the Yae publishing house to reject letters from readers.
Gee whiz! Where would you even start with a client like that?
In my case, by giving them a wide berth. Mizuki dealt with this guy. I'm pretty sure he only came here to try and start something. But Mizuki managed to get him into a session, and after some treatment, his mood improved by a lot.
Whoa! Great work, Mizuki!
Murasaki makes him sound like a rabid animal. He wasn't that out of control. Sure, his personality was very abrasive, but it wasn't hard to see why. Once I understood his situation, I was able to diagnose him very quickly. You have very high expectations for yourself, but you've faced a lot of rejection in the past and haven't achieved much in your life. You've never had any real close friends, so you don't know what healthy connections with other people look like. This puts you and your ego in the center of your world. In short, you long to feel a sense of accomplishment and to receive attention from other people. But both of these are lacking in your life. You have no idea how to properly deal with these emotions, so you've been taking it out on other people, partly to seek attention, and partly because you get a shallow sense of accomplishment whenever you win a war of words with another person.
You promised the world in your adverts, and that's seriously the best you can come up with? I'm not even going to bother explaining all the reasons you're wrong. I mean, you completely misunderstood why I even sent that complaint letter. The Yae publishing house practically has a monopoly on Inazuma's publishing industry. How can they ignore what their readers have to say?
In the magazine column you wrote to, your strongly worded letter appeared alongside dozens of others which praised the writer for their work. You can't talk about what their readers have to say without including them, too.
No one with half a brain would praise a festering pile of garbage like that. Those are not opinions worth listening to.
So when I touched on the idea of you having an egocentric worldview, this is the kind of thing I was talking about.
You...
Destroyed by facts and logic.
How the heck did you get him to stay for treatment after dropping all of that on him?
Simple. The more he realized the truth of my diagnosis, the more he compulsively searched for evidence to refute it with. He lost the ability to communicate like a normal human being. So I kept him here by using his preferred mode of interaction: argumentation. The Tenryou Commission had ignored his complaint letter, so he had no outlets left for his emotional outbursts. Eventually, with the help of some incendiary words, I got him to agree to try some basic therapy. Finally, I was able to tweak his mood and stabilize his condition. It's a shame, really. If I'd only been able to see him a few more times, I know I could have helped him work through his personality issues. But unfortunately...
It was all my fault.
For the last time, it was his fault for being a nutjob.
What? What happened?
Well, one day, he comes in as usual for therapy, but Mizuki isn't here, so Shion sees him instead. I don't know what got into him that day, but he suddenly announced that he wished to be free of his troubles for good, and demanded that Shion make that happen. Obviously, she didn't manage it, and then he pulled out a complaint letter to try and intimidate her. That was the last straw for me. I kicked him out and blacklisted him. He hasn't shown his face here since.
Whoa.
Anyway, now everyone's had a look at his record. Do we think there's any chance that this guy and Nomura Ichigensai are the same person?
I mean, he has a motive.
Because it sounds to me like after he didn't get what he wanted, he decided to have his revenge by lying to our customers and getting them to leave.
But is it really that simple?
Bad dreams are formed from a buildup of negative emotions in the subconscious. You can't simply trick people into not having them anymore. If Murasaki was right, then surely they'd have seen his lies for what they are by now.
There's no point hemming and hawing. Let's report this guy to the Tenryo Commission for fraudulent business practices. If he can complain, so can we.
Is anyone there?
We'd like to book a therapy session. Can we start now?
Hello, please come with me. I'll get you registered.
Wait, those are the two guys Paimon mentioned earlier. Just this morning, they were calling the bathhouse a scam and a ripoff. How are they back here already?
Oh, really? Well, that proves it, doesn't it? I was right. Now that they've realized they were lied to, they've come back. So chin up, Mizuki. I bet you business will start picking up again from tomorrow morning.
Yeah, you Yume Kuibaku provide an unbeatable service. No scammer's gonna run you girls out of business.
Interesting. Well, good. Murasaki, go help Shion, please.
Should have kept my mouth shut. I jinxed it, and now I have to work again.
Now we just need to report this guy as a fraud to the Tenryo Commission. Like Murasaki suggested. Problem solved. It looks like the Isa bathhouse will be back in business in no time. No idea if our investigation actually helped, though.
Of course it did. You were a huge help, and I owe you big time for it.
Story quest ended.
Now then, you only got partway through the VIP experience last time, didn't you? You still have to try the hot springs and snacks. Both are top tier.
Oh, true! How could Paimon forget about that? Especially the snacks. Wow, Paimon feels incredible now. Nothing beats the complete service package.
I'm definitely coming back again.
Agreed! Although Paimon didn't notice her inside just now. What could she be doing out at this hour? Let's ask around. Hey there, Mr. Aikawa. Do you have any idea where Mizuki went?
Oh, you're looking for Mizuki? She actually tends to disappear for a while around this time every evening. It's the one part of the day where she gets to relax herself. As for where she goes and what she does during that time, I'm afraid I have no idea.
Well, that's not mysterious at all.
Evenings to relax, huh? She probably tells people she's relaxing, but actually she's digesting the bad dreams, right? Hope she's not having any digestive trouble. Oh, remember the place from last time? Let's head there and check on her.
And then Traveler gets a good dream eaten again, and then we have to start from the beginning. The quest just loops. Also, Huffno, you were saying expectation moment when I was saying that, like, the more interesting characters have, like, the less interesting quests. I mean, I guess partly that could be it. But it's just the Xianyun quest was actually what inspired me to make that skit. Because, like, the quest just introduces, like, an NPC, and then most of the quest was just about that NPC. And the quest itself was just not that interesting. Whereas you can see, like, this is mainly about this character, and that's, like, what you want from a quest like this, right? I know Yoimiya's quests were very similar as well. Sorry, I just noticed, like, did they make up their own, like... Because that kind of looks like hiragana, but that's not hiragana. That's funny. It's like they made a fake Japanese language.
This should be the place.
Splatoon lettering.
Why is Mizuki crying? Unless... Oh, maybe we got pulled into one of her bizarre dreams again.
Or maybe she's just crying, Paimon.
Traveler? Paimon? What are you doing here?
Well, firstly, we were hoping to get our next appointment booked in.
Oh, I see. I was planning on making it back before you finished in the hot springs, but I ended up spending longer here than I intended. Don't worry, this isn't a dream. I was just feeling a little sad.
Called it.
Oh, what's up? Indigestion getting you down again?
No, my digestion was fine this time. What you saw just now was the aftermath of the digestion process. Like I said, bad dreams are basically bundles of all kinds of negative emotions. When I digest them, I feel them all for myself.
You can't just ask a girl about her
when I'm processing
digestion.
these emotions, I tend to get quite, well, emotional.
Does that happen to all Yumikui Baku?
Oh, don't worry about the others. To feel these emotions, you first have to understand them. Most Baku have a very poor understanding of humanity. So to them, a human bad dream just tastes like a slice of bland white bread. They can basically wolf it down and barely notice the flavor. I'm the odd one out in that sense.
Wait, did she just
When
call
I was
out white
studying
bread?
abroad, I made a serious effort to learn as much
White bread
about
is
human
peak, though.
psychology as possible. Now
Whole
I
wheat is a
understand
scam.
human emotions much
I
better.
will die on this hill.
I can empathize with them, and I can now discern many complex emotions when I turn my attention to digesting bad dreams. But still, that's no reason for you to be concerned about me. I wouldn't be much of a psychologist if I didn't have the mental fortitude to handle this stuff.
Can we, like, get inside
Letting
or
your
something?
emotions
Okay,
out
that
is one of
lightning
the
was
most
pretty
effective
close.
ways to process them. Now that I've done that, my mental state is back to normal.
We're both just deaf.
Maybe seeing those customers had upset you somehow. It even makes Paimon mad. You work so hard for them, and then they turn around and
That
accuse
lightning
the
was like
bathhouse of being
3
a
feet away.
money-making scam? Yes, they were led astray by some swindler, but it's not like they took much persuading.
I can't blame them. The idea that you can forget all of your troubles and never have a bad dream again is a very alluring one. Who wouldn't want to believe that? Traveler, if I really could make you forget all of your troubles for good, would you want me to try?
Dot, dot, dot. As I imagine letting go of my hopelessness, I also feel my fighting spirit slip through my fingers. As I imagine being free from the painful regrets, the formative experiences of my journey lose their roots. But if I forget all that, would I still be me?
You really are different from other people. Discovering what troubles people is easy for me, even in your case. But although I can see your troubles clearly,
I'm sorry,
I still
just,
don't completely
just the
understand
socks
you.
in water. I can't believe they did it again.
Thanks for checking in on me. As a psychologist, I know how to take care of myself. But you showing that you care is still appreciated. Anyway, it's much too late to book another appointment now. You should head home, get some sleep, have a wonderful dream, and come see me again tomorrow.
All right, good night.
Bye for now. If you still want to book another appointment tomorrow, make sure to come see me early.
I thought she was like... Oh no, it is underwater, yeah. I hate that. I just felt how that would feel. Ooh, my crystal fly trap is ready.
Exploration and trials.
So I wonder if the voice actor thing has been resolved, or if a lot of voices are just gonna change.
Adventuring is burn it down, full throttle.
No, I should have like put it on the grass. Actually, it is on the grass, right? No, it's not. If I just put it like 2 feet to the left, then the grass can also count as hits. Let me also just do some smithing just for the weekly. I'm glad they made that faster. Just cook 20 eggs casually. So something new that they added, they put like a recommended quest or something here, and they put like an image. Thing is, I already maxed out all the reputation for all of the tribes so far, so I have to wait for 8.
Try and stop me.
Mizuki! We're here to book our next therapy appointment.
It hurts.
Oh no, what's wrong with them?
They've been like this ever since they woke up.
Ooh, it's an extreme case of indigestion.
Huh? How come? Oh, did they eat too many nightmares last night?
I doubt it. We only had 4 customers yesterday, including you 2.
Paimon blames the other 2.
You're right. Something's definitely
My
wrong with their
nightmares are
nightmares.
nutritious.
Our ability
Easy to
to
digest.
dreams isn't just a matter of quantity. It depends on the emotional intensity, too. Point being,
My nightmares
no
are high in
normal person
fiber.
should ever have a nightmare of this magnitude. Oh, this situation is dire. If I can't find a way to help them digest their dreams soon...
What can we do? Let us help!
We need to find those 2 customers from yesterday and figure out the cause of their bad dreams. Without knowing that, I have no way of treating them. Traveler, Paimon, I know you spoke to them both. Think you can track them down?
Let's see.
Sure, they just look like NPCs and there's probably like 50 of them that look exactly the same.
Chances are that's
BRB.
where we'll find them.
All good.
Lead the way. I'm coming with you.
Ever since I got this character, I just like riding around instead of fast traveling.
Rev the engine.
You know, I went out to sea earlier today, but was so distracted that I lost my net. Oh well, it's not a big deal though.
Just normal guy talk.
Yeah, I messed up today too. But hey, what's the big deal? A few bandits got away, it's not the end of the world.
Sure, they were complete psycho murderers, but you know, we'll get them next time.
Are sick, and it's all because of your bad dreams.
Whoa, someone's in a bad mood, huh? So funny.
I know, right?
What's wrong?
They're acting so weird. Paimon was pretty aggressive just now, but they don't seem offended at all.
Allow me. Gentlemen, do you still remember visiting Isa Bathhouse last night for dream regulation therapy?
Did we?
I don't think so.
Huh. Do you recall having any bad dreams recently?
No, why would I? What
Hey,
in this
Gigi.
world could be so bad that it'd give me nightmares?
Nope, nothing comes to mind. Bad dreams must be highly irregular, surely. You don't have to look far to see that life is beautiful.
I am doing okay, how are you?
What is going on? It's like they've completely forgotten what they did last night. Although Paimon can believe what they're saying, they don't exactly seem troubled by nightmares. Does that mean Amura Ichigensai's counseling actually works?
No, they're clearly not in their right minds. Traveler, Paimon, focus hard for a second. I'm gonna try something a little unorthodox.
She's gonna slap them. Horrible but bearable. That's the spirit.
Whoa! What did you do?
Entered their subconscious minds. I noticed they've both become disassociated from their subconscious, meaning I can access it, similarly to how I enter people's dreams.
No! No! Those thugs! I won't let them get away with this! I won't!
The sea is too rough today.
Have you been getting a lot of snow too?
Calm down.
It's pretty nasty here in Toronto.
As you can see, their troubles haven't gone anywhere. Susukita seems to have a short fuse, which causes him to act out of line. I'm sure this has caused him a lot of grief in his line of work.
55 centimeters.
I believe
That's
he
insane.
developed a fear of stormy waves after a near-death experience. Now he's reluctant to sail out to sea at all, which is having a devastating impact on his livelihood.
It's having a devastating
Their negative
Genshin
emotions have
impact
been
on his
isolated
livelihood.
from their conscious minds and left to float around in their subconscious. That's why on the outside, the only emotion they appear to feel is happiness. But those suppressed emotions will only continue to fester in their subconscious, eventually turning into the nightmares that have been giving Murasaki and Shion indigestion.
Now how could this ever have happened? I'm sure it has nothing to do with the really shady counseling that guy gave.
If it's Emura Ichigensai's doing, I guess he's not the straightforward calm man we thought he was. Maybe he really does have ways of influencing human emotions.
Can Mizuki
That
be
would
your
explain
therapist?
why no one has blown the whistle on him yet. Did you notice anything strange when you came here yesterday?
Not really. They were a lot more serious than today.
I mean, I would probably go to therapy if they could just, like, eat my bad dreams. Then again, my dreams, I don't even have, like, bad dreams. I have like nonsensical dreams. I have like fever dreams regularly. Actually, since you ask.
You sure kept that one quiet.
Oh yeah, I forgot about it.
Oh, no. Look, we have to find this Emura Ichigensai right away.
Mizuki, what is it?
Something inhuman is at work in Emura Ichigensai. The Traveler's dream confirms that. He has victimized everyone who has received his so-called counseling. If we don't find and stop him as soon as possible, his victims may well suffer irreversible damage to their psyches.
Yikes! Well, guess we better press these guys a little harder. Do you know when Emura Ichigensai will be here next?
What's with the urgency? Why does it matter when he shows up?
Yeah, he'll turn up when he's ready. No point in trying to rush him.
Oh, this is infuriating.
You do remember what happened last night, both of you. Only you don't want to talk about it, because you can't reconcile the presence of a nightmare with the happiness you presently feel. Just thinking about it brings up an overwhelming sense of being torn apart. You can't quite put it into words, but you fear you're a hair's breadth away from a total breakdown. Is that about right?
Please, stop. Everything will be fine as long as we don't think about it.
That's the
Emura
spirit.
Ichigensai's treatment has clearly left you wounded and vulnerable. But don't worry, I'm not here to snap you out of your denial. At least, as long as you answer our question.
All right. But seriously, we really have no idea. We've asked already, and all we know is that he's not coming today.
Yeah, apparently, yesterday's session kind of tired him out.
Is he trying to hide from me again?
They really don't know anything? Darn! Looks like we've hit a dead end.
I don't suppose you know where he lives, do you?
I could probably find his IP address.
Yesterday, but even his guard
That'll narrow it
didn't
down.
know.
In that case...
Have you found out what you came here for?
Yes, I suppose. Now that I know what's causing their bad dreams, I can administer the correct treatment.
Then you do that, and I'll dox this Ichigensai guy.
Honestly, you've already done your part by bringing me here. I can't keep troubling you.
Don't forget, we want to book our next therapy session. The sooner you stop having to worry about Emura Ichigensai,
I really need that therapy session.
So we're not gonna quit until all this is resolved, and the bathhouse is back to business as usual.
Looks like I have no choice but to accept your help again. I have to make sure Murasaki and Shion get the treatment they need. Still, I'm gonna need your full cooperation. If you do find Emura Ichigensai, please do not approach him. Just send me a message and keep an eye on him until I
Send you a
arrive.
message?
The last thing I want is for you to put
With
yourself
what?
in harm's way.
Don't worry about
Carrier
that.
pigeon?
You should see some of the other bad
You don't
guys
have a
we've taken
phone.
down in our time. This guy's small potatoes compared to them.
Paimon.
All right, sure. We'll keep our distance and send a message.
Very good. Let's get going then.
Pretty bold claim saying you'll track this guy down. It's nice of you to give Mizuki one less thing to worry about and all, but what the heck do we do now? What if we... 'Cause in case you hadn't noticed, these guys are hopeless. They don't know anything.
I suspect Miko knows something.
Oh, wait, you're right! She was the one who tipped us off about this place yesterday! She probably knows way more than she let on. There's no time to lose! To the Grand Narukami Shrine!
Alright, time to climb a mountain. Yeah. I wonder how much of a pain it would be to actually climb that on a motorcycle. You know what? Let's find out. have like 800 of those. I don't know why I still gather them. Really, Genshin? Really? The climbing in this game, man. The thing is, the C6 regen, where it gives you more gauge when it runs out, it doesn't take effect in combat, which kind of makes it annoying. Really, Genshin? It got stuck in that crack. Uh-oh. Join for 2 seconds and now you have to go. Is it because I'm trying to climb a mountain on a motorcycle and I keep getting stuck in every crack?
Rev the engines.
Yeah, have a good night. Thanks for joining, Gigi. Maybe. Well, I made it. Good night.
She's usually somewhere around here.
Here for a fortune slip, little ones? Or visiting a friend?
Whoa! Where did you come from?
It's been a while, Lady Guji.
That was a little lukewarm. You're starting to sound a lot like her. But pleasantries aside, what's the matter? You look rather out of sorts.
We need to locate someone.
You may remember I dropped a not-so-subtle hint as to his whereabouts yesterday. You mean to tell me you still haven't found him?
Aha! So you did bring him up on purpose!
Let's not lose focus here. You're here to ask for my help. So would you mind explaining the situation to me?
Yeah, fair enough. We went to the place you mentioned, but he slipped through our fingers. Next thing we heard was he's not seeing patients there anymore. Apparently, he loves his peace and solitude. So obviously, we've got no idea where to find him now.
Oh, and after the lengths I went to get you that location.
Don't know if this helps, but we did learn some other stuff about him yesterday. For example, a guy matching Amura Ichigensai's description came to Mizuki for therapy once. Only his name was Amura Chuya.
She probably knows him from the complaint letter.
You know him?
I once asked the Yai Publishing House to host an event for contributors to the Reader's Letters column. I had hoped it might be a fun chance to meet some like-minded people and chat. Until he showed up. Are you telling me that Emera the Hellraiser and Emera the Healer are the same person?
Based on everything we've learned so far, it certainly looks that way.
All right. Well, in that case, give this address a try.
Really? Who chooses to live in a place like that?
This was the delivery address he gave to the Yai Publishing House once, when he placed an order for several dozen books in one go. He also requested to pay on receipt. The warehouse took one look and assumed it must be some kind of prank, so they rejected the order, earning them an honorable mention in his complaint letter. Of course, with the benefit of hindsight, it's rather obvious why he lives there. Someone as antisocial as him wouldn't be welcome anywhere else.
You've got a point. Well, we clearly made the right decision coming to talk to you.
I'm just glad I could help my old friend.
You mean Mizuki? So you really do want to help her?
I can tell that she's invested an awful lot into the Isa bathhouse. It's only natural for me to show some concern when I see a friend's business in trouble.
Really? 'Cause yesterday it looked more like you were looking for a fight.
I assume Mizuki has told you that we're competitors. She has always believed that, ever since we were classmates. And now that I'm the Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine, I'm sure she must feel the need to prove herself through her endeavors at the Isa bathhouse. The last thing she'd want is for me, of all people,
Isn't she
to
like a
swoop in
yokai
and
or
save
something?
the day the moment the going gets tough. So if I want to help, I have to be mindful of her feelings and tread delicately.
It's rare to see you being nice.
I'll take that as a compliment. Mizuki's always so considerate towards others. It would be nice for someone to reciprocate once in a while.
Well, since you're in a difficult position, maybe I can do the honors instead.
Well done, you took the hint. Now, while I'm sure you'd love to chat longer, you seemed to be in a great hurry when you arrived. Shouldn't you be on your way?
Oh, right. Come on, let's send a message to Mizuki right away.
Alright, so now how long does it take to get... Wait, what? This man just lives on a deserted island. I didn't even realize there was a house there.
Rev the engines!
Oh, there is a house there. I wonder if they added that house just for this. Damn, bro, you live like this?
Should be the place Miko mentioned, right?
Traveler, Paimon.
Mizuki! That was quick.
All thanks to you two. With what I learned from those two guys, I managed to give Murasaki and Shion effective treatment as soon as I got back. That meant... So, this is where Emura Ichigensai lives.
What a dump.
So, cause this is our only lead. Wait, do you guys smell that too? Some kind of fragrance. Seems like it's coming from inside.
I know that smell.
Then that confirms it. We've come to the right place. Now we may face great danger once
Is this
we're
gonna be a
inside.
domain?
So from here on out, stay close to me and stay focused. I don't want either of you getting hurt.
We'll be fine. You just focus on what you need to do.
All right, fine. I suppose you're used to leading the charge.
That's quite a spacious living room you got there. Gotta admit, it's a lot bigger on the inside. Okay, I'm getting dizzy just looking at this. I have to look away. I actually have to look away.
Whoa. This is not what Paimon was expecting.
Tell me you got all this from IKEA?
This is creepy. Feels like there are loads of eyes staring at us.
Calm, yet repressed. The signs are all there.
What is it, Mizuki? Figured something out?
Nothing new. Just further confirmation of my suspicions. Emura Ichigensai should be hiding deep inside this place. Stay close to me.
It's funny that she basically has like a Night Soul ability. Despite not actually being like a Night Soul character. Oh, okay.
Turn that frown upside down.
an ambush?
Seems like we're not welcome here.
I mean, this should work well, right? Oh yeah, that works.
Miss Yume Mizuki, you found me at last. Ah, and I see you brought some friends with you. Please, forgive my lack of hospitality.
Emira Chuya. So it is you.
Mizuki was right after all. Paimon wasn't expecting him to be so polite, though.
Please, do not call me by that name anymore. The old me was plagued by negative emotions. But I have parted ways with them now. That period of my life is consigned to the past, and the name along with it.
You have to listen to me. There is no way to get rid of all your negative emotions. This life you're living now is a lie.
Your perspective is most amusing.
What's so funny? Don't you know you're harming people?
That's the funny
Harming
part.
people. That's what you believe? Very well. I understand and accept your perspective, even if you cannot afford me the same courtesy in return.
Ugh, what is up with him? He's being so calm and polite. So why does everything he says make Paimon want to punch him?
As you can see, Miss Yume Mizuki, all my psychological problems have been completely resolved. I must thank you for your attempts to diagnose my condition. But I see now that the truth is far simpler than you were proposing. All my misery was merely a consequence of human frailty. I could not hope to remove my emotional impurities on my own strength.
Once I abandoned my human coil, my mortal
Fear that I
coil,
was not worthy of other people's attention.
the rest was simple.
Anger at how they invalidated me.
I understood my weakness.
I
Trying
became
not to sound like a
slave to
villain
my
challenge.
emotions. They turned me into a wretched and loathsome creature, hostile to everyone. But things are different now. I've acquired the ability to eradicate those emotions for good. No longer will I be afraid. Never again will I be stirred to anger. No, I am filled now with only one emotion, and that is happiness. I have become humanity perfected.
What I'm hearing is that you've developed your own unique understanding of psychological issues. So how about you play therapist this time? I have a couple of cases I'd love to hear your thoughts on.
I would be delighted.
And he was ready with the table and everything.
The first is a soldier with poor control of his temper. He flies off the handle too easily, and it gets him into all sorts of trouble. This is having a significant impact on his daily life, and he's developed symptoms of depression as a result.
He simply needs to let go of his anger. Then he will surely find peace and happiness.
The
Just stop being
second is
angry.
a fisherman
It's that
who's
easy.
developed thalassophobia.
Skill issue.
Now he is unable to provide for his family, which is causing him immense anxiety.
Wait, the last... Oh,
Of
right.
course. He must cast his fear far
The
away
fear of the
and
deep
forget
sea.
it ever existed. Then he can return to the sea at once.
I'm sorry, but you're wrong on both counts.
Oh?
The soldier's anger is rooted in his strongly held principles. Yes, his rage can make him reckless, but it also fuels his deep desire to stand against injustice. Losing his anger made him passive and apathetic. He now stands by and does nothing as bandits attack innocent people. The fisherman's fear made him one of the most reliable sailors around. Thanks to his cautiousness and diligence, accidents were a rare occurrence among his crew despite the dangers of their profession. But after forgetting his fear, He destroyed the fruits of the entire crew's labor on his first return to the sea. Fascinating, isn't it? Anger gives people the courage to stand up for what they believe in, and fear nurtures care and attention. Emotions are integral to human dreams, and after many years of dealing with their dreams, the Yumekoi Baku have learned an important secret about human emotions. Negative emotions do not just go away. They will always be there. This is true for everyone. Not only that, but their presence is essential. You can't have a healthy human psyche without negative emotion. So do you have any idea what you've done to those poor men?
What an amusing theory. In fact, I do remember those two. But I'm afraid that the only emotion I sense in them now is happiness. How can you believe that negative emotions are required for a healthy psyche? It's a laughable theory. Don't you remember how I was when we first met? You call that healthy?
Acknowledging that negative emotions exist doesn't mean giving them free rein over our
Get off the table,
minds and
bro. What are you
lives.
doing?
Humans have a whole gamut of emotions. They're supposed to keep each other in balance. But if that balance gets disrupted, emotions start working against each other. Untethered rage cripples the capacity to be careful and considerate. Uncontained fear drives people to abandon beliefs they once held dear.
This place reminds me of Demon Slayer.
When you first came to my practice only proves this further.
I think there was a place just like this at like the end of the first season or something.
You were dominated by your emotions. Under their influence, you deliberately inflicted pain on other people. Meanwhile, the person you are now is so lost that you aren't even aware of the pain you're bringing to others. This diagnosis is going to sound harsh, but I'm afraid it's accurate. You've simply gone from one extreme to another. You say you've reached perfection, but you're just as dysfunctional now as where you started.
How entertaining. Still, there's no need for me to argue back. You have failed to provoke
Bro
me.
is so provoked right now.
I will forgive you for this offense, because I know my present perfection to be a fact. I have direct and incontrovertible evidence. You once told me that nightmares are the result of a build-up
The moment
of
we
negative
leave, he's gonna be
emotions.
punching drywall.
Ever since I acquired my present abilities, I never had another nightmare again. Clearly, that proves that all of my negative emotions have been definitively eradicated.
I'm afraid not. Look where we are right now. We're inside your nightmare.
What?
No wonder! Paimon knew something was up the moment we arrived!
I called it too.
The enemies that we encountered were manifestations of his negative emotions. That can only happen in a nightmare.
No, that can't be.
That entity claimed it could remove your negative emotions. But all it did was separate them and store them deep in your subconscious, beyond your reach. There they were left to fester. Your situation is far worse than that of the other victims. It has deceived you at a much deeper level. You can't even perceive that at this very moment, you're in the middle of a nightmare.
How laughable. Fear? No. There is no fear left in me. This is all just a terrible joke. This is no dream. No.
Something's appeared behind him.
So, my arch nemesis has seen through my trickery.
Oh my goodness, it's...
You came prepared. The
I have no idea who this is.
I'd wrapped him in was all but impenetrable. Yet still, you managed to tear it down.
So it is you. Just as I thought.
What is that?
A nightmare monster. a fearsome yokai that was once the bane of Inazuma. We Yumekui Baku eat the nightmares of humans, while they called those nightmares their home. So we were natural enemies. When I heard the traveler recount that strange dream, I knew that this was a possibility. But it's still a shock to see one of our long-lost arch-enemies in the flesh. They were supposed to have gone extinct long ago.
Does he have like a name?
Then allow me to formally
Kuroyume.
introduce myself. My name is Kuroyume.
Okay.
And I am the last of my kind.
Kuroyume.
I don't think that's how you pronounce that.
In a long, long time. How have you survived all these years?
Likewise, Yume Mizuki is a name that takes me back to a different age. Although I must say, we may be born enemies, but I have never felt any great animosity toward you personally. Ultimately, the fall of the nightmare monsters was the fault of our hosts. Humans are such fragile creatures. But now, I have found a way to revive my kind, and you are too late to stop me.
Oh no! We've got to catch
Look at
up
him
to
skittering away.
What's happening? Paimon's feeling dizzy all of a sudden.
That's the feeling of rejection. It's so strong. Quick! After him!
He must have been rejected a lot.
There he is! Right there!
Try using Mizuki's elemental.
He's repressing his emotions even harder.
Please. Uh-oh. Wait, can you go up? Oh no. Okay, I see. Okay, I thought that was gonna crush.
There! He's got nowhere left to run! Whoa! What's happening to the ground?
Watch out!
Uh-oh.
I used my powers to cushion our fall. Is everyone all right?
Don't worry, we've fallen from bigger heights before. The bigger issue here is that he got away and we were so close! Ugh.
We've been completely cut off. That creature has taken complete control of his consciousness. We'll never catch him.
Would it be easier if we wake up now and go catch him in the real world? If this is his nightmare, he must be asleep somewhere, right?
Remember the fragrance we smelled on our way in? That's how the monster lures people into the dream state. Now we're inside. We can't get out unless we manage to defeat him in his true form. He's turned Emarachuya's nightmare into his lair. There's only one way to force him into the open, and that's by finding a way to eat this nightmare.
Eat this nightmare? But is that even possible?
Not only is it possible, Paimon, it's quite literally my job.
Oh, Paimon knows that. It's just... We all saw what happened to Murasaki and Shion, and this nightmare is super intense. Paimon's worried this won't turn out well.
This monster has harmed too many people. We have to stop it.
Mizuki.
It's okay. I knew what I was getting into. Let's get moving. We may not have caught him, but our chase wasn't in vain. He led us deep inside his dream. We should now be at the subconscious layer that makes up its core.
It's so dark.
That's what happens if you leave your negative emotions to fester. There must be a lot of emotional fragments in this place. We need to follow them one by one until we reach our destination.
Wait, but what is our destination?
It's about the journey, Paimon.
Where the light is.
I feel like I really need to change this pet. I'm really not a fan of this pet. I don't like this one either, because if you're out of the water, then it's just way too noticeable, way too large. And there's this guy. You know what, maybe I'll stick with this guy for a bit.
If I say it's your fault, it's your fault!
Oh,
Do you
backstory
understand
time.
me? You shouldn't go running around with that stupid thing in your hand! Do you want to go hungry tonight?
Ugh, the atmosphere here is so oppressive. Is it anger or fear?
Be careful. Every time we draw near to one of these fragments, we'll experience the underlying emotion on a visceral level.
Time to relax.
Just the way she said that in this like super depressing atmosphere.
Didn't they reject you already? Get rid of this trash! Go find a real job!
Aw, poor guy. Paimon feels so bad for him.
We shouldn't stay here. Let's keep moving.
Ha ha! I won! Another round? That guy? He never joins in with anything. Why should we go out of our way to invite him? Let's keep playing. Ignore him.
Wow, that's so sad.
Nope.
The lone stool symbolizes
Look,
alienation. It's very subtle symbolization from the author. Wait, so is that a real tail? I just noticed. I thought it was just part of the design.
What is this place?
It's his sorrow. Yes, sheer overwhelming sorrow. Human emotions exist in a delicate balance. When that balance is lost, negative emotions spiral out of control and go on to fuel nightmare. By isolating these negative emotions and allowing them to fester, that monster has completely destroyed his emotional balance. That's why he was able to
Mizuki
create
looks so
such
adorable,
a
though.
powerful nightmare. If
Yeah,
we
she
want
has
to
a very
restore
cool design.
balance, we have to dispose of the excess negative emotion.
Oh, so that's what you mean when you talk
You'll probably
about
like the
eating
character in the next
nightmares.
update too.
Well done, Paimon. Very clever.
Aw. All right, what's the next step?
I need to find a way to separate the negative emotions out.
How you doing,
For
Krista
that, I
Marie?
need a special medium.
Would kidnap her. I wouldn't go that
Sorrow
far.
might just do the job. As long as it's kept in check, it can calm the waves of emotions and help him regain some measure of control.
Let it out, Chuya. Let the tears flow. You'll feel better after a good cry.
You're good.
This process will untangle his unbridled fear and anger, his unresolved resentment, and his unshakable despair. These excess emotions will be separated out from the rest. They are the source of this nightmare.
Ugh. Mizuki!
It's all right. It's an unpleasant flavor, but I've tasted it thousands of times. A good cry can work wonders. Even though he seems beyond helping, I think he should be able to take another step out from the swamp of despair now.
Are you ready to come out now, Chuya? I'll be waiting for you right here, son. I'd love to listen to more of your stories whenever you're ready.
This man has not changed his glasses in 20 years. This man decided on a glasses style when he was a kid and he just stuck with it.
All right, there goes that nightmare. Hopefully this marks the beginning of a sweeter dream.
Amazing! Suddenly, Paimon feels so relaxed and maybe even happy?
I thought I had found the perfect host, but you found the one weakness in his emotional armor.
Ah! He's back again!
Freeing a single host from my clutches changes nothing!
He suddenly got weird vibes from the mother, don't know why.
You are too late!
I mean, she does talk a bit weird. A bit stilted in the delivery, I suppose. Oh, this is nice.
Sweet dreams.
I like that the tail kind of like unravels
What is this place?
when you use her skill.
I can't believe it. He's brought us to the borderland.
Borderland?
To put it simply, it's a dream within a dream.
Oh no.
A space hidden deep within the collective Inazuman subconscious. A dream that can exist even without a host.
Bro, I watched Inception when I was like 13 in theaters.
To survive the extinction of his kind. He hid here.
And I've never been the same.
That eye.
He's trying to turn this place into a nightmare so he'll be more at home. And he's creating copies of himself. This place is connected to the dreams of every human in the nation. From here, he can place a copy of himself in every dream. If he succeeds, then he'll have effectively revived his kind already.
Then we know what we need to do. We gotta take this guy down. Do we think a sword will do the job?
Maybe. If we can get close enough to reach his
Maybe if it's a
core.
very sharp
But he's
sword.
brought the nightmares of all his victims here.
That
And
place
gives
is
him
legit
an
creepy.
immense amount of power.
I like it.
Dealing with this many in one go
It's,
is going to take a different approach. We need a power to rival his
stylistic.
nightmares. The power of sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams? Where are we gonna find those?
Lost minds. There should be some around here, and some of them will have come from sweet dreams originally. Come on, follow me.
New objective, gather 5 sweet dreams. Find the residents of sweet dreams. 0 out of 2. Yeah, I called it.
Careful. We've got to move quietly. The nightmare monster has usurped control here.
Okay, cool.
We need to stay
Can
out
you
of
not
his
sap
sight.
my health when I'm unable to move? It's creepy and nice in its own way because it has purple like shade. Yeah, the purple is nice. It's nice to get some Inazuma aesthetic after all that. Okay, I can't use the skill midair.
Turn that frown upside down.
Is this gonna last long enough? Okay, just made it. So I think this combo actually works pretty well if I wasn't off cooldown. Yeah, like this. It's pretty satisfying. The camera angle.
Chasing Tanuki through the woods. and climbing trees to hunt for Oni Kabuto. Thank you for lending us your happiness.
It's hard to tell when he's doing his thing. I'm guessing I have to hide behind that one now. Done? Okay. Oh my god, I did it again. Can I climb this? No. Alright, you know what?
Try and stop me.
Okay, that's not what I meant to do. I got it this time, don't worry. I accidentally double pressed A.
Full throttle. Rev the engine.
Okay, I'm just gonna go. I'm fast enough.
Watching fireworks fly up into the sky and writing wishes on a prayer plaque. Thank you for sharing your passion.
I wonder what my sweet dream would
Gathered
be.
enough power to proceed. Time.
Oops.
The core should be just up ahead. This will be a tough fight.
Why? Are these sweet dreams not sweet enough?
I just wish we could have gathered some more. But these are all we could find in the immediate vicinity. Which means we're running out of time. Our chances of success are shrinking by the minute. We have to act now.
No problem. We're ready to go.
I wonder if I can do this with the... Let's try it. Hey, hope not. Okay.
Rev the engines.
Welcome back.
The alacrity with which you walk into my trap surprises me. Do you not realize why I lured you here? Because this is my domain. The world where I...
This is a good combination.
Now, use the power of the good dreams.
That was fast.
I must confess, I am somewhat confused. Both of us bring happiness to humans now. Why must you still treat me as your enemy?
You know?
Because the happiness you provide is a lie. All you do is make them forget their negative emotions exist. And now they're living under the illusion that they're gone for good. All the while, these repressed feelings continue to fester in their subconscious, eventually becoming nightmares intense enough to become your home. Your kind has always thrived by magnifying your host's negative emotions for your own gain. What you're doing now is no different from what you've always done.
He's confused that you beat him so fast. You know, if I had a nickel for every time I fought a giant eye in the sky or went up against a giant eye in the sky, and during the last 5 updates, I would have 2 nickels.
This time I shall change the
They're really,
fate of my entire
they're really using that idea, huh?
When a human becomes dominated by their negative emotions, when they lose their ability to survive, that is how my kin died out. But I can give them a fantasy instead, turning them into the perfect hosts, capable of surviving no matter how dire the situation in their subconscious gets. This is the path to a revival. My kin shall rise again!
You do realize what that means, don't you? You've gone from one extreme to the other.
Oh, I'm perfectly aware. There is nothing you can say that I do not already know. For over all the years that your kind has been learning about the human mind, I have been hiding here, watching and learning from the fruits of your labor. But But I'm afraid I could not care less for the moral burdens that you impose upon yourselves. The health of the human psyche is of precisely zero interest to me. Now here's a question well worth thinking about. If we allowed the humans themselves to decide, which of us would they really choose? You or me? Do you see now? I won this battle long before you ever set foot inside this tree.
What's going on?
Why do I feel like this guy is just a metaphor for
He's growing
drugs?
stronger, but we've exhausted the power of the sweet
Because he
dreams
just lets
already.
you forget your problems. So we need to gather more sweet dreams then?
Even if we could find more sweet dreams now, it still wouldn't be enough.
If you accept that negative emotions are an immutable presence in the human mind, then you must also know that such emotions include apathy and sloth. Without the Yumeki Baku, there to hold their hand and walk them through dream regulation therapy, do you honestly think that anyone would ever be inclined to embrace the negative emotions? No, they would sooner run from reality to forget all about their troubles and live inside an illusion.
But the whole reason I wanted to become a psychologist.
That's my psychologist way. Believe it.
Traveler. These feelings. So that's how they should taste. Longing. Caused by separation. So bitter. And yet the experience led to a whole new journey for you. If you keep pressing on, maybe even more precious memories await. Despair. Caused by failure. Icy cold. And yet in conquering this despair, you gained the courage to face the lightning. Regret. Caused by missed opportunity. A harsh aftertaste. And yet it's only through that loss that we can learn to appreciate everything
They're
we
really
have.
proud of this drawing.
And after all these flavors comes sweetness, passion, and refreshed hope. So that's why I was able to taste a sweet dream at our first meeting. Long before you ever met me.
They're really keeping this on the screen for a
the
while.
courage to never avoid or run away from your feelings. And all your nightmares had become the fuel for sweeter dreams. The power that you have gained by processing everything from your long journey is surely far stronger than any power wielded by that creature. The whole reason I wanted to become a psychologist was to try and help people become someone like you.
Damn. Traveler brought out the craftable 4-star sword.
It's you.
Your dream is so powerful.
Traveler, give him all you've got.
I like how they couldn't even give me my built Traveler. They had to lend me one. I don't even know how to use Electro Traveler.
Following thunder! Lightning flash!
There's a lot of enemies. I don't think you can really lose this. Yeah, I think I just keep getting healed. What does Electro Traveler even do? I think he's like budget Raiden Shogun, right?
Once the false dream he created has been destroyed, I can make sure all his victims make a full recovery. I don't think I ever would have been able to do this without your help.
Don't mention it. What? He's still not dead? Wait, does anyone else hear water? Where is that coming from?
Maybe he made his host build some kind of device in the underwater cave. Once he realized we were onto him, he decided to sacrifice his host.
So you mean we're in danger in the real world too?
We've got to wake up.
But how? Like, pinch ourselves?
I mean, yeah, feeling of falling.
Traveler, Paimon, jump.
We really are following Inception rules.
If you're afraid, then just take my hand and close your eyes.
I assume I'm not allowed to open them again until you say so. Listen, we're kind of pressed for time.
Yes, just like the last time.
Now's not the time to be making jokes. Yeah, Inception, the whole thing was like, if you have the feeling of falling inside a dream, you can wake up. Or was it inside the dream or outside the dream?
Hold on tight. The Yomekui Baku are getting to work.
Electro Traveler creates Magatama on ult, which cause electric damage when Traveler attacks. Okay, yeah, so basically like budget Raiden Shogun, just a electro application on attacks.
It's finally over. It's a good thing I had the foresight to ask them for help, or I'd be the one dying from indigestion tonight.
I helped, right?
Mm-hmm. They were very delicious. Traveler, could I pick your brain with another question? What do you think humans tend to have more of? Happy dreams?
Bad dreams.
Or bad ones?
Bad dreams.
You've noticed it too, then. Most people struggle to deal with their negative emotions. They bottle them up inside until they've festered and turned into nightmares. As a result, humans have far more bad dreams than good ones, and most happy dreams are short and fleeting. They are so rare that it's basically impossible for them to be shared with others. Heck, there are even people out there who only have the mind space to have happy dreams after they've given us their bad ones. Which is all to say that the dreams we get to taste are usually bad ones. No matter how hard we try, we can't seem to change this state of affairs. I once believed the only reason we Yomekui Baku existed was to serve as a disposal method for nightmares. It's a fate that we cannot escape, no matter how many dreams we eat or how many years pass. Even though I call myself a clinical psychologist, I also have dark thoughts sometimes. I suppose that's the only problem I have. Still, after learning the principles of psychology, I came up with a new way to look at all of this. If we can use psychotherapy to help people come to terms with their emotions, they'll gain the ability to deal with their nightmares on their own, so they'll no longer need to call upon us for assistance. That way, more and more people can free up their minds for truly happy dreams, until there'll be enough to share around.
That's a beautiful wish.
A naive one, more like. Even though I've run this business for quite a long time now, it still hasn't come true. Not even once. So I must thank you, because after meeting you, I finally became sure that my wish is achievable. And knowing that is all the treatment I need against the dark thoughts I sometimes have.
There you are! Paimon's been looking everywhere for you, too!
Hey, Paimon, we were kind of having a moment.
Paimon was just watching the Baku eat the nightmares. They got really full and started rolling around on their tummies. It was so cute. Anyway, that's why Paimon fell behind. Got a little distracted watching them. Oh, and speaking of Baku, we were gonna book another appointment with you, weren't we? Remember? Before we got caught up in all those nightmare shenanigans?
It's a little late for that now. Ask me again tomorrow.
Oh.
Still, the night is young. Wanna stay here and watch the moon with me for a little longer?
Huh?
That was nice. That was a nice quest. I like that one. Hey, Layla.
The moon sure is beautiful tonight.
Genshin shipping be like... Uh-oh. Alright. So I guess that is... Under the bright moon's light, I feel no urge to return. What is that? What is that objective? Can I go and sit down again? Oh, I can. There we go. Oops. I was trying to talk to her. There we go.
The moon sure is beautiful tonight.
Good talk. Alright, so with that... It's only been 2.5 hours, so like... I was considering... going and like doing the event, or at least starting it. God, if I knew this event was coming, then I probably would have made this stream's thumbnail for the event, and I probably would have picked something else for the story quest. Wait, is the quest not done? Maybe I should wait a bit? Damn, she's there. She's still there. I guess maybe if I fast travel. Okay, there we go. And there's still a bit more to it. They really jumped the gun with that end card.
Excuse me! Hello! Please come register over here!
Yeah, that Mizuki,
What's going on? Why are there so many guests?
Mizuki and Malika
Had I
combo is
known,
kind
I'd
of
have
nasty.
definitely turned some of them back.
Oh, it looks like business is booming with Amura Ichigensai out of the picture. And it's good to see that Murasaki and Shion are well on the road to recovery.
Morning, you two. Want to make an appointment?
How did you get here before me?
For today, if possible.
Then I better get you another VIP pass. You're our most important customers, after all.
Awesome! In that case, very important Paimon would like to start with the fine dining this time.
Oh my. Imagine if you'd taken my advice and sold your shares the other day. It could have cost you dearly now that business is booming again. I hope you're not too upset with me,
How many
old friend.
times have they said business is
Why would I
booming?
be upset? It's not as if I ever took your suggestion seriously.
Oh, I've missed that way with words. So affectionate.
Would it kill you to not sneak up on people every darn time?
Morning, little ones. Did you enjoy the scenery last night?
You were spying on us?
Hardly. That tree was directly beneath the Grand Narukami Shrine. What was I supposed to do? Move the entire shrine to give you some privacy?
Did you eyes of EA change at some point? See, that's what I thought too.
Mostly because I felt like a
But I
wall.
mainly play in Japanese, so I'm like, maybe I just haven't heard it in a long time.
Pass on as it happens.
It could be
The gentleman who your
due
fellow
to
Yumeku Ibaku fished out of the water last night is no longer
voice
in a
acting
critical
agency
condition.
issues.
Although his mind seems to have regressed to that of a young child.
It could have been worse, I suppose. Lady Guji, I owe you my thanks. Without your help, things might have gone a lot less smoothly yesterday.
Wasn't me.
Come on, Miko. You've always been worse than me at keeping secrets. I admit that I feel inferior around you, and have an urge to prove myself. How could I not? But maybe these feelings are what have driven me to take this business as far as I have. My sense of inferiority keeps my ego in check, and my desire to prove myself gives me the strength to persevere. I'm able to accept these parts of me for what they are. There's no need for you to tiptoe around them.
Oh, you could have told me sooner. The poor traveler here has been doing all my running around for me.
True. But then again, without the traveler's help, you'd have been placed in a difficult position. Emura Ichigensai had amassed a huge following. For the Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine to publicly go against him would have been a dangerous move. An angry mob of zealots could have done some serious damage to the shrine's reputation. Much safer for the Guji
I'm just thinking
not
it
to
would have
get
been really
personally
funny if I
involved.
ended the
It
stream
was the
there.
right decision.
Because
Well,
the
that's all
end card
true.
played.
My main
I thought the
concern
quest
was
was
that I
over.
didn't want to upset an old friend. Otherwise, I could have taken a much more direct approach.
Miko.
I always seem to forget that you're more cunning and less adorable than you look. Seems like my worries about upsetting you were unfounded.
It's not that I don't get upset. Everyone has their fair share of troubles. But every sorrow has its cure. Here's your new VIP pass. Please take good care of it.
And now we're done.
Could we go over your past experiences when you have a moment? There's a lot of gaps in your medical history I need to fill in.
Oh, hello, little one. It's been a while since you last came to seek your fortune at the shrine.
That's all she's gonna say to me. Alright. Yeah, I think with that we're done. I'll probably just save the event for next stream. I don't want to like start it now, have like story in this stream, and then like continue the story in the next stream. Like that would be kind of annoying. What is this? Wait, she uses Natlan materials? Funny how they added a bath in Genshin just after a giant bath area in the latest Honkai Star Rail area. True. Do you mean the home building system in Star Rail? So I have 60 summons saved up. I think there was part from here. Oh, it already gave it to me. Okay. This is a short stream, eh? The latest role has a giant bathhouse palace in the main city. Oh, I see. Yeah, I haven't logged in to Honkai Star Rail since I think right before they launched the new area. I think I kind of just got like, I was just kind of like, yeah, I think I got my fill. Because like I think it took me like 2 weeks just to get through like the Penacony quest, and I was like playing it like every day. And I got Rappa and her light cone, the weapon. And I kind of just like fully built her, and I'm like, you know what? I'm satisfied. And then I just never played it again. I don't know, like I could already feel that they were gonna like start power creeping and stuff. Now they're saying that they're gonna start buffing older characters, but I'll believe it when I see it. The whole like because with Penacony and all that, they added Super Break, which was kind of required, and it did like an enormous amount of damage, and then like I think they just keep adding new stuff, and it's just like, well, I want to play with my Himiko that I got when I started the game, but it's like, it's gonna be very hard to do that now. See, Genshin kind of... So, Honkai Impact 3rd is like infamous for how its power creep was, right? And that I think had a negative effect. A lot of people stopped playing the game because legit you would pull for a character, you would fully build them, and they would be obsolete in like a few months, like 6 months at least. And then Genshin came out, and this game has been pretty good about power creep. You can still do all the content in the game with like the first characters that came out. The only thing that's going to be difficult is like Spiral Abyss and stuff like that. And I think they kind of like figured out that like, okay, people will pull for characters not because they need them, but because they like them. And that's always how I've done it. I don't pull for a character just because they're meta. But now I think they're going back on that with like Star Rail and stuff. I don't know, we'll see. They added Pure Fiction in Honkai Star Rail. Isn't Pure Fiction, isn't that the like endless mode? So I'm gonna close this. It's basically the end of the stream. Yeah, we'll pick it up next stream with the event and all that. Pure Fiction, that's like the endless enemy mode, right? Where it's like, you just kill as many enemies as possible in a certain number of turns. I think I played a bit of that. Or am I thinking of something else? Himiko does work in that mode. Yeah, Rappa also works there. I think I also got Raiden Mei. What's her name in this game? In Star Rail? Completely forgot. But she's also good for that. Acheron, yeah. It was pretty hype when they of course you knew that was Raiden Mei, but when they did the name drop, that was hype. Alright, I'm gonna head out. Thanks for joining. Krista, Marie, not sure if they're still here. And I think there was like Mimi from earlier, Gigi. Yeah. I like streaming Genshin. It's fun. You can like hear me typing. That's funny. Now I have to figure out what I'm gonna make for the thumbnail for the next stream. Because I already used the event art for this thumbnail. Alright, yeah, have a good night everyone. I'll catch you on the next one.